feet over Ballet, India, Sierra Papa Taxi. Thank you.
Approach checklist. You're welcome.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
1013.
That's corridor 398, descend to 3,500 feet. Reaching Delta, clear to your whiskey runway 35.
398 descent, 3,500 feet. Reaching Delta,
Okay. 3,500 sets.
check.
So the crew is now cleared for the approach towards the runway 35 in Corfu, and the local altimeter setting has been called by air traffic control as being 1013. That's also a standard pressure setting. However, this is also the current setting over the terrain, and now we know our exact altitude over the terrain. Continuing down towards the runway, nobody will be there because we have been cleared for this approach.
Speed is noted.
Check.
Focus off.
A drop in speed was noted, and therefore it was called out, verified by the other pilot, and action was taken by disconnecting the auto throttle and adding power to the engines themselves, in this case by the left-hand pilot.
Roger, clear to your whiskey runway 35. Report runway side 1 on final.
That's fine. Speed intervention. Check. 180.
Descent, 2,900 feet now.
Check. Crossing area 2,900 is checked.
We just saw that the pilot was calling for flaps 1 and thereafter flaps 5. Those are to slow down the aircraft. The handle was set to 1 position and thereafter to the 5 position by the other pilot. And because of the flaps and the slats, the aircraft is able to slow down to a slower speed, and was called for a speed of 180 knots, which is the appropriate speed for the approach towards the runway in Corfu. Also, air traffic control cleared the aircraft further for the approach and reporting the runway in sight when the pilots do see the runway.
Approaching glide path.
Checked.
See the runway to the right.
Because the aircraft is now slowing down, there is more pressure on the yoke, and to prevent pulling too much on this yoke, there is actually a trim, and the trim is the wheel that you see turning besides the pilots, and it's activated by the trigger switch on the yoke by the flying pilot. The horn that we just heard is the system warning the pilots that they are approaching their assigned altitude. And the next steps that we will see is the lowering of the gear, and you will also hear then a lot of noise because a lot of drag has been added, and also approach clearance, runway installed by the co-pilot, so we can continue towards the runway and contact the air traffic control tower.
Roger, contact now tower 120.850. Yes.
We just heard the landing clearance from the tower. We also heard a horn coming off, and there was the autopilot that was disconnected by the pilot, so he's now flying manually.
Approach altitude.
Plus 100.
To be down to 500.
It's checked. That's 30.
Minimum.
30.
These are flight directors for standby. Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Then flaps.
To go for 40. That's 40. Team checklist.
Then flaps.
40 green lights.
Landing checklist completed.
The flying pilot is now giving a lot of commands because he's flying and the other pilot has to do all the other work. The landing checklist has been completed. That means that all flaps and gear are in position to land, and we're now fully ready to make a landing on the runway.
Disregard flash of warning. Continue to depart visually. Check.
Continue inbound the airport to join right hand downwind for runway 35. Continue to the airport to join right downwind 35. In the Alpha X-ray, QNH of the area is 1013 and wind now 310 degrees 10 knots. 1013, copy the wind, please, ahead of Alpha X-ray.
500.
Cleared. Check.
500.
At 500 feet a call out is made so that we know that we are going to land, we are fully ready to land, and this is at an altitude of 150 meters.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10,